This question is not difficult, but some of you still have misconception. I think this chapter is the most, or I should say, the easiest topic. Okay, we studied before. It's about rusting. So what is the chemical name of rust? Should be hydrated iron 3 oxide, and the formula should be this one. Many of you without X here, just dot 1 water. You don't know how many water inside the rust. Depends on the humidity. Depends on how many water react with the iron 3 oxide. So we use unknown X, or you may use N, but you cannot miss the unknown. And then what will be observed for the color of rust indicator should be blue. You can find blue color because the nail rust. However, for which nail will not rust nail B? Okay, why? You can answer in different ways. However, please listen carefully. The first thing you can answer is about magnesium is more reactive than iron, so protect it by sacrificial protection. Please, you need to answer this word. That's why I asked you to spell sacrificial protection. I don't know why you make a new word, sacrificed a metal, something like that. Note this term in chemistry. Please use sacrificial protection. Or you can answer in another way. You said magnesium donates electron to iron nail, okay, to prevent it from iron 2 ions, because for the first step of rusting is in fact iron change to iron 2 plus charged iron, okay, and release electron. If I can donate electron to this one, you can inhibit, okay, the reaction from changing iron to iron 2, okay. Only these two kind of answer will be accepted. Don't try to use other wordings other than chemistry, okay. So we move on. Finish? Now, just I mentioned, you find that if the question word is asked you about to find out the empirical formula of a compound, so please use this method, table method, and then you find out the mass. Although give you mass percentage, you simply assume it is 100 grams of lactic acid, and then divide the atomic mass. You will find the mole, and then you can find the mole ratio 1 to 2 to 1, and then you can find out the empirical formula should be CH2O. How to find out the molecular formula from empirical formula? One method only. Assume there should be N of this empirical formula combined together to form the molecule. And you are given to the molecular mass, so you can simply calculate N equals 3, but this is not the end of this question. You need to write down the molecular formula, and I find that some of you write down 3 times CH2O. I'm sorry, this is not acceptable. You need to write the number of atoms in the molecular formula. That means when there is 3 carbon, 6 hydrogen, and 3 oxygen, you need to write that in the molecular formula. I know, but I let you know this one. Please bear in mind, this one is not correct, because for your textbook maybe some errors, okay, and this is you can find in marking of CE, DSE, or A level, okay. So next one, try to explain why solid acid with no effects on magnesium rebound, because you need to answer this word. I'm sure it does not contain any hydrogen ion. I find that many of you write down many sentences are a paragraph length answer, but still miss the important points. For solid acid, it cannot react because it don't have any hydrogen ions, no acidic property. However, when dissolved in water, give out hydrogen ion. And very important, you need to explain why effervescence happened, why colorless gas bubbles evolve because hydrogen gas is produced. You need not to write down the other equation in the answer, but you need to mention why we have gas because hydrogen gas is produced by hydrogen ions. So quite easy for these 3-point questions. Solid because no hydrogen ion. Aqueous solution because with hydrogen ion and the hydrogen ion react to form hydrogen gas, that's all. Okay? But I find that some of you just get 1 mark here. Okay, because not answer accurately. How to find out pH of a solution? Quite simple. pH meter. You show very horrible answer. Remember, what means by pH? It's a mathematical expression. You cannot write down capital letter P and capital letter H. Okay? Incorrect. Or you may use a data logger with a pH sensor, but I think this one is rather long. You simply remember pH meter is enough. Someone write down, I use pH paper. I'm sorry, pH paper is not an accurate method. So you need to use pH meter. And explain why these two acids with a different pH. So you simply write down strong acid, completely dissociate. I'm sorry, I will cross out this word from also your answer. Not almost completely. You simply write down it completely ionized in water. Okay, again for marking of DSE. And that weak acid partly dissociate or partly ionized in water. Okay, and you need to answer one more point, not just strong and weak, but you need to answer. That's why hydrochloric acid with higher hydrogen ion than ethanoic acid. Why? I give you extra information because hydrochloric acid will completely ionize to form hydrogen ion. If this is 0.1 m, so hydrogen ion will be 0.1 m. However, for ethanoic acid, this one is a weak acid. That means reversible sign. Okay, and form ethanoic ion and hydrogen ion. And this one, although it's 0.1 m, but this one will be smaller than 0.1 m because not all hydrogen ion dissociate. That's why the pH value is different. Hydrochloric acid with a lower pH value than ethanoic acid. Okay, and this question very difficult for Form 4 is part C. So how do you cope with this? The question is asking you when we mix two solutions. Okay, one is 0.1 m hydrochloric acid to 0.05 m sodium hydroxide with equal volume. And what will be the solution, the pH value? And I let you know. For question number 9 is about the preparation of salt. What is the first step of treating this question? You need to find out whether the salt is soluble or insoluble. So in order to form zinc sulfate as the salt, it is soluble salt. So you need to add either carbonate to acid or alkaline to acid to perform neutralization in order to form the salt. But not precipitation. Okay? So you need to choose appropriate materials, zinc carbonate, not zinc chloride. You cannot use zinc chloride here. Because if you use zinc chloride, you need to perform precipitation. However, this is soluble salt, so you cannot form precipitates. So you need to use this one. So first step is very important. You need to determine whether the salt is soluble or insoluble. And then you react, add excess and filtrate the excess carbonate. Someone write down use excess acid. It's totally incorrect. Because excess acid, the acid will contaminate the salt solution. We can simply use excess carbonate or excess alkaline. And then, sorry, it should be excess base because alkaline dissolves in water. And then we boil to concentrate, and then we saturate it to have crystallization, and then filter, wash, and dry the crystal. It's very easy. And one past paper in DSE, okay, have this kind of question. But prepare, I forgot, it should be zinc nitrate, something like this. Another method, okay, in fact, it's use another presentation. It's exactly the same. Remove and then heat it up, and then crystallization, and then filter, crystal, wash and dry. Okay, exactly the same, but we use the wording instead of equation. Give you volume of acid, something like that. Okay. So I give you some time to copy. Maybe you have this one is better. Okay. And in answering this type of question, please don't use point form. You can, I split this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is for you to have a clear concept. But you can write down sentence by sentence, sentence by sentence, okay? So again, you can get full marks. And some of you can write it down. However, because of copying error, one of the source use zinc oxide here. Maybe she or he look at the textbook. However, the question only provide you zinc chloride or zinc carbonate. No zinc oxide is found in the question. So many of you write down zinc oxide here, remove zinc oxide, and then something like that. And of course, for the term zinc oxide, I will deduct mark. But in fact, in public exam, okay, or you score no mark. So please read the question carefully about this one.